Hello everyone and welcome to the More Than Modern here at Grey Ogre Games, powered by the Power 9 podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside, well, actually it's just me today. You gotta hang on. Well, we're gonna have a very interesting conversation, you and I. So this is the first round of our modern tournament, which is held every week, and you can find all the replays on YouTube.com. Just look for the Grey Ogre page. Yeah. All right. We're watching the match between David Wu and Ren Tong, and he's David. We know from the previous weeks he's piloting a red-white control. It runs the Emrakul shell with Possibility Storm, and we just saw him play the Squadron Hawks to fetch out 4 Squadron Hawks so that he can discard his Emrakul and shuffle his library. He's on 3 lands right now. Ren Tong playing the Tron, the red-green Tron. I hope it's been updated. Red-green Tron, not very popular these days, but people still do play it. I think it's still a powerful deck, in my opinion. It curves out to very, very big spells. It's able to find you a lot of great pieces, and I believe he should be running the World Breaker. Right now he's playing a Chromatic Sphere. I haven't been able to see what he has in hand. Passes the turn over to David. If there's no pressure here right now, David's just going to run out more Squadron Hawks. Able to beat down with his birds. And oh man, a Blood Moon. This is devastating. Is Ren Tong going to... Wow, man, this is tough. All his lands are mountains, although he has a Pyroclasm. He passes the turn. David passes the turn over. Does Ren Tong have any main board answers right now? He has to naturally draw into his green source to get rid of that Blood Moon, and possibly just get up 7 lands so that he can cast the Khan that will get rid of that. Or he can actually draw his green source and run out the World Breaker that can get rid of the Blood Moon. So let's see, what does Ren Tong want to do here. So he's gonna crack the Chromatic Sphere, draw a card, be able to play the Ancient Stirrings. I think you should run out the Ancient Stirrings. No, you should run out the Ancient Stirrings. Alright, so he casts that, cracks another. So I see an Ugin in hand, which means that he will be able to clear the Blood Moon. That'll be great. So let's check in with our listeners. 6 packs for first, top heavy price but good price support. Hello from America. Hi Goblet Guy. Welcome back. Thanks for watching the show. You guys are the ones who, hopefully will keep me company today because I'm the only one here. Ben isn't with me, unfortunately. So yeah. So able to find another land, but he needs... Right now he's got his... is that a strip mine or a gemstone mine? No, that's probably not a gemstone mine. Oh yeah, it is a gemstone mine. Okay, so what Ren Tong needs to do now is just basically get up to 7 or 8 mana so that he can cast his spells naturally. Although he's already used up both his stars, 2 stars. He should keep some of the stars so that he can cast one of his spells. But right now I think he's just gonna try to go off on a on an Ugin at -3 so that he can clear the Blood Moon. So what do you guys think of the deck so far? This red-white control deck is very interesting brew, very different from most of the decks that you find out there. Been doing pretty well. We had the tournament over the weekend. We did get to see David play a bit more. Out comes another star. And just waiting, I guess. I think all you can do now is just wait and pass the turn and just make, hopefully you draw your green source and just keep that star. Actually, one good habit to have is just to keep that star until you need to use it, which is not right now, I think. So, David's gonna start off on the Squadron Hawk beatdown. Beat. He needs his 4th land so that he can cast the Nahiri, but we don't see a Nahiri in hand. Is that Nahiri? He's keeping his Squadron Hawks in hand, just making sure that they don't die to Pyroclasm or anything. Yes, Sleepy Wound Keith is playing, but Keith and Alex has we wanted to feature Keith and Alex in the first round, but Keith has declined to be on the camera today. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but I'll respect their wishes. So. But oftentimes I see David either flood or miss land drops. How many lands is he running? Well, we're going to check with David after the match. But yeah, it does seem that way. For 3 weeks now, we've seen David play the deck. And it's quite an interesting deck. I love the part where he casts Possibility Storm. Because after that, it's impossible to resolve anything else So is that a... What spell is that? Now I'm confused. Is that a Fire Spouts? Yeah, it's a Fire Spouts. Cool. I did not know the deck runs with Fire Spouts. Is this the Borrow deck? Yes, this is the Borrow's deck with Possibility Storm. But I think David has cut down a number of Possibility Storms. So he, more often than not runs Nahiris, which right now he's kind of land jammed. He can't cast the Nahiri in hand. In fact, he can't cast any of the spells in hand and he should be careful. Right now we see Rentong already up to 7 mana. He's used up one of his spells for... Oh, okay, so the Khan's going to take out the Blood Moon. And with 3 counters right now, Khan looking like a badass. But I suspect it's going to be met with a Lightning Bolt. No, David doesn't have a Lightning Bolt. Neither does he have the Lightning Helix. So finally he gets his 4th land. Right now he can get things rolling, but a bit, albeit a little too late. And next turn, Rentong's gonna go off if David does not have another Blood Moon. And even if he does have another Blood Moon, the Khan's gonna take care of it. Rentong's gonna cast the Ugin in hand and start to take over the game. So yeah. Right in front of me is players going to play an EMA draft. I want to play. I don't get to play. Oh well. So yeah. So Alright, so Lightning Helix goes down on the Khan, but a little too late. Lightning Helix I think should have been cast last turn to take down the Khan. Right now he's going to be facing down a butt ton of mana, Oblivion Stones, and wow, that is going to be a lot of mana, people. So Spell Sky goes down just for protection for the Planeswalkers that he's going to cast 7-8 mana. Ugin hits the battlefield, is going to blast for 3 damage. Oh, this is very painful to watch. Yeah, Ugin's ultimate is very, very powerful, but he's just a clock. And right now, if David even wants to drop any more Blood Moons, it's not gonna help. Oblivion Stone hits the battlefield, and he's got more than enough mana just to activate. Hey, I want to play, man. I want to play. Alright, so okay, so right now David facing a very, very difficult board, and please, yeah, David casts another Blood Moon and passes the turn. I don't think Rentong is going to fire off that fire off that Ugin because the Oblivion Stone's on the battlefield. You just keep blasting. It's okay. Just blast and blast away. You can pass the turn. Like, not an issue. Is he gonna cast the star? I don't think so. Just keep the star for later if you need to blow up the board. But does he need the star? He's got Pyroclasm still in hand. David right now has his white land, which means that he can cast the Welkin Hawk. Not Welkin Hawk, sorry. Alright, so Nahiri is the battlefield. Probably just going to tick up and filter out. Hopefully, we'll draw him more lands and more relevant spells. The one that he wants right now is probably a land and possibility storm, because if he is able to do that, he will probably win the game. No, Rensong will be able to activate the Oblivion Stone. So he puts a fate counter on the Ugin. I'm probably going to blow up the Oblivion Stone this turn. Does nothing else matter? Because nothing else matters. He could save his spell Skype, but I think you should just blow it up right now and start blasting the face. Leave nothing on the board. So yeah, Rensong making a very tough decision here. He can spend the 3 mana, blow up the Oblivion Stone, destroy everything else except for the Ugin and the lands. Alright, so he just decides to tick up first. No, he minuses, in fact. Yeah. Hi Goblet Guy, yes. You probably grew up the same era that I did. So yeah, Metallica, really, really awesome. He gets to draw, wow, that is 7 cards. He gets to lay 7 permanents. Can you imagine? I would have blown up the Oblivion Stone first instead of doing what he's doing right now. Although it's very possible. I think after the game, let's try to get David to share his deck list. Wow, that is a lot of goodies. And he can cast the Ulamog right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you can cast the Ulamog right now. Get rid of both the Nahiri and the Blood Moon, which is causing so much pain to Rensong. Right, so decides to crack all 3, draw 3 cards, crack another one, draw a card. That's another Ulamog, and just crack this last one, draw a card. And that was another Ugin. He's probably going to blow up the... No? Okay, so just go for it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yeah, just that 1 extra mana. No, dude, you can use that 1 extra mana. Never mind. It's okay. Yeah, counting's hard. And no, it's an uncommon land. Wait, I've got to stop this. So maybe I'm jumping the gun. Players tend to resolve things by themselves. That'll be nice for a change. But yeah, he gets rid of the Nahiri and the Blood Moon that is causing him so much pain, and just passes the turn because, you've got Oblivion Stone on the battlefield. You have Ulamog on the battlefield. You've got everything you've ever wanted. Come on. So, what does David have to respond with? The Ulamog is indestructible, so the Wrath of God in his hand's not going to do much. David decides to scoop. That's it. So, yeah, David getting stuck on 3 lands for the longest time. If he had his 4th land, yeah, he definitely just would be able to, to power out the Nahiri a bit earlier. He could have cast his Emrakul a lot faster. Or at least get his Emrakul a lot faster, yeah. David doing the very wise thing of conceding, but only after Ren Tong has played out most of his hand, which he was able to see, and Ulamog, he was able to see Wormcoil and Jin. Well, you should expect these in the Tron deck. And we see, green red Tron, very powerful version, but needs still there are some surprises. Sometimes there are some weird stuff that you never really expected. Rensong should have hit Nahiri and basic planes, since Rensong has so much mana with Blood Moon in play. Blood Moon doesn't hurt Red Green Tron if you have no pressure. Yes, that's correct. But at that point in time, I think you just want to make sure that you can go off and kill your opponent, because even a tapped Ulamog with a a tapped Ulamog against the a tapped Ulamog against Nahiri. So I think maybe get the Nahiri and the basic planes. Yeah, that's right. So. Hitting David's lands means that he can't activate any of his, he can't cast a lot of his things, especially the 2 Squadron Hawks in hand. So yeah, this might be a first time I'm supporting Tron to win in a match. Really, I really like Tron, but I actually prefer the blue-white Tron instead of the red-green Tron. I think Red Green Tron is very powerful, but in any matchup, the person with if you play a control deck and you play it well, if you got more mana than your opponent on turn 3, like, you can win anything. Possibility Storm, yes, Possibility Storm. Yes, this is the Possibility Storm on the left. If you're just tuning in, this is the Modern tournament. It's our weekly Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games, powered by the Power 9 podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts, and in fact, I'm your only host for tonight. So those of you in the chat, please keep me company, because Modo's down right now, which means that you guys should be watching, right? Is that the only reason why you guys are watching? So yeah, we're watching the match between David on the left and Ren Tong on the right. David is running the red-white Emrakul deck. I don't know, red-white control. I just call it red-white Blood Moon, or it runs Possibility Storm, it runs Nahiri. Of course, the package has to have the Emrakul to go with it. And Ren Tong is running the red-green Tron deck, which very powerful in my opinion. Yeah, I watched because it was on. You like the commentary? Well, that's very nice of you. Stop lying, Oslo. OS101 SO. SO. Alright, so wow, okay, somebody just pulled out a foil Caracas. Nice. That is yeah. Somebody just pulled out a foil Caracas, people. Seriously, right in front of the face. Okay. I really want to play EMA draft. Oh well. Everybody know how much foil Caracas is? Let's go check it out. Let's go to SCG. Star City Games. Let's see, a foil Caracas. That is actually very, very expensive. Let's see how much they're selling it for. 150 USD. What a pretty penny. Somebody has made the draft very easy. While the players are shuffling up, I want to inform you of the other shows that we do. Hi Zutfinar. from Netherlands, Zutphen, Netherlands. Legends Caracas? Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's in near mint condition, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, just back to what I was saying. We have other shows that we do on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. Tuesday night is standard. We do the SCG game nights. Wednesday is More Than Modern, which is our modern tournament, and on Thursday, it is the what do we have on Thursday? Yeah, vintage. It's the vintage playtest night, and you can watch all this coverage on the Grey Ogre Games Twitch TV channel. You can also catch tournaments on the weekends, and this weekend is a special weekend. We've got the Legacy Tournament. Players can win a box of EMA, and it's nice for the players, I guess. Especially it's relevant, but the thing is, they've already got their EMA stuff. They've already got their Eternal stuff, so why do they need more? Well, you could always have more, right? Anyway, so yeah, if you want to keep updated with that, make sure you follow our Facebook page. And if you want to watch any of the streams, you should... I'm reading the comments right now while I'm reciting whatever I need to say. Yeah, if you want to watch all the previous replays, go down to YouTube. All the links are in the description of the page below. So just go down to the bottom of the page and just check out the links. And while you're at it, do pay our partners a visit, the Powerline Podcast. This week we talk about magic addiction or gaming addiction in general. And we interviewed this nice guy called James Su. He just wrote a book. Very nice guy. Alright, so they're off to the races. David starts off with Mountains, and Ren Tong starts off with a power plant with a chromatic star. Pretty cool. No legacy games here in Kansas. I'm glad we have modern once a month. Wow, you only have modern once a month? Damn, man. You guys only play, I'm guessing your stores support standard more than anything else, right? Our vintage attendance is about 8 players every week. So yeah, I guess it's the same 8 players, but they always play different decks, which is very, it's nice. It's nice. No vintage here either, just modern and standard. Yeah. Do you guys have vintage decks? What decks do you run? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. The best I got from EMA was Foil, Wall of Omens, and Entomb. Entomb is nice, but Foil, Wall of Omens, okay. That's very unfortunate for you. Lightning Helix to the face. David again stuck on... Wow, he's just stuck. He's just stuck on lands. This is... very, very tough. He's just going to pass the turn probably and blow up that Oblivion Stone before. Is it too late? No, Ren Tong also does not have the lands. Alright, wear and tear. So the tear on the Oblivion Stone. The Welkinton. Yep. Sorry, the Squadron Hawks, not Welkinton. I think Welkinton also does the same thing, right? If I'm not wrong. Let me go and check. Welkinton. No, Welkinton is just a 1/1 bird that can only block creatures with flying. Sorry. There's another magic card that does the same thing as Squadron Hawks does. So yeah. Goblet guy, blue-white land steal. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't like doing anything. The land steal deck is very good. Alright, Ren Tong running out. He needs one more mana so that he can cast his Ulamog. Once he casts his Ulamog, David is in deep, deep trouble right now. So he's got 2 power plants. So he cracks the expedition map. Probably look for the last piece of the Tron puzzle. Oh no, looks for a green source. That's interesting. No, he's got his Tron lands already, so he's just going to blow out. Okay, so Sylvan Scrying. Alright, so he looks for the green source. He wants to draw land, so thinning the deck. Yep. So the Urza Mine hitting the battlefield. So right now, man, if David has one more land, and does he have Blood Moon in his hand? Does he have Blood Moon in his hand? Yes, that's the land. Does he have Blood Moon? No, he doesn't. Yeah, thinning the deck by one card is, well, statistically irrelevant, but still, it does work. You know what they say about like fetch lands, right? If you fetch for a land to try to thin your deck, you're just going to get that, you're just going to draw a land. It's slightly more than 2% actually. By the time you are fetching for lands, you have less than 50 cards in your deck. So, just slight, very slight. Ouch, okay, so Khan gonna strip one of his lands. And the white one in particular. So this is very smart heads up play by Ren Tong. He uses the Khan to take out the white source first. Very important. Met with a lightning bolt though. Because if he tries to run out his Ulamog at this point, okay, so what's going to happen is that it might be met with a Swords to Plowshare. Sorry, not Swords to Plowshares. We're not playing Vintage. Sorry, it's met with a Path to Exile. So yeah. So yeah, very heads up play by Ren Tong, playing it very calmly, very smoothly. He is definitely ahead in the game. But best not to screw it up here because a 10-10 beater is still very powerful. So here it comes, 10 mana. Yep, gonna get rid of his 2 lands. I think just gonna crack that. Gonna get rid of his 2 red lands so that he cannot cast in any shape or form the Blood Moon that will put Ren Tong in a very bad position. So he's got another Ulamog. Of course, why not? The game is so very over. Iburakima. So but they're just going through the motions and making sure that they play the games out. And just in normal fashion, you finally draw that land. And now it comes to the battlefield time. I'm so sorry, David. And there's the handshake extended out, and that ends the game. Very quick by Ren Tong. Well, David has been, was just stuck on 2 lands. Yes, the Squadron Hawk stands alone. The Squadron Hawk also moved the cheese, by the way. So, yeah. Is it Farmer in Dell? Anyway. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We still have 2 more rounds of Modern action coming up. This has been your Modern, or this is, not has been. Yeah, David in 2 games drew 7 lands. Not fun at all. I know, Goblet guy. So yeah, we're gonna bring you over to replays. But before we do that, I want to remind you of the other shows that we do, which on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m. Singapore time. We have our standard, modern, and vintage playtest and tournaments. And sometimes on the weekends, we also have tournaments. Like this Sunday, we're going to have the Legacy. And on Saturday, if you like Hearthstone, we're going to try to stream Hearthstone. I haven't played Hearthstone in a very long while. So, yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I get to watch the decks go up one, go up and just see what people are doing in Hearthstone nowadays. So yeah, if you want to keep updated, make sure you follow our Facebook page. The links are in the description below. And while you're at it, make sure you pay our partners, the Power 9 Podcast, a little visit. Pay them some love and just listen to their show. This week we talk about addiction and we interviewed Mr. James Su, who wrote the book MTG, The Addiction. Spoiler alert, I highly recommend it. So yeah. What time for Europe Legacy Tournament on Sunday? The Legacy Tournament, before we go, the Legacy Tournament will be at 1 p.m. Singapore time. So that's GMT plus 8. So please adjust your watches. 1 p.m. Singapore time. That's GMT plus 8. You'll see some in the ads that are coming up. But right as for now, I'm going to leave you with a replay of last week's tournament. So stay tuned.